do what you love and love what you do. That's a motto that works for me, and that's why I'm up at 5 a.m. this morning to take an hour's drive down the motorway to Iriga city in the Bicol region of the Philippines. Wake up this morning, smile at the rising sun. It's just past 6 a.m. I'm on the bike again, and I've got a fantastic ride lined up. I'm really looking forward to it. It should be a bit of an adventure. I've just left Iriga city and I'm heading towards a big climb, which I'm not really looking forward to. But with big climbs come big descents. That is Mount Iriga, one of Camarines Sur's 2 active volcanoes, and the other one was Asog. I've already posted a blog about that when I did the 360, and today I'm doing a 360 of Mount Iriga. Morning.
Morning.
The joy of doing these 360s around the volcano. The route's already made out for you. Today is about 23 miles. You can't get lost. There's a road that goes all the way around, well, 3 roads that go all the way around. Just follow the roads, keep the volcano to my right hand side, and I'll be back at the car before lunch. But now I'm heading up it. Bit of a climb, should be a bit of a struggle for me. The sky is blue, it's clear. Temperature when I set off was about 25 degrees. So it should be a nice day in the saddle. Not everybody's as afraid as hills as I am. That appears to be the top of the hill. So I'm one happy man at the moment. Not too bad. Let's have a look. Bit of respite at the top of the hill. I think I'm in the middle of a climb, so looks like a good place to stop for breakfast. It's a dry riverbed, plenty of places to sit. Time for some scran, or scuff as they would say in the army, or fine dining as they'd say in the RAF. Let's just find myself a seat. At this stage I sat down to lunch and I was chatting away into the microphone, which wasn't working. What a waste of time that was. But I was chatting away about how hot the weather was in my last 360 and how I wouldn't even mention it this time apart from this once. So with that over, let's crack on. There's not much on the internet, not even Wikipedia. Only to tell you that it's 1,164 metres tall or thereabouts, and it last erupted in 1642. And that's all I can tell you. The road around it is about 23 miles, so not too punishing. My last 360 was Mount Asog, which you can see over my left shoulder when the trees clear. So I've got an active volcano on my right shoulder, active volcano on my left shoulder. This one though is Mount Iriga. Seems to be the baby because it's smaller than all the others. But still is captivatingly beautiful, I find anyway. Oh, it looks like I'm going to head for a nice downhill section. Could be a good time for a musical interlude. I'll just go and pick the music for you. the journey that just keeps on giving. This is, I've got Mount Iriga, that's right, Mount Iriga to my right, as I've just turned right now, and I'm on the western slopes. Wow, I get the impression I'm in a hidden valley here. Hills to the right of us and hills to the left. Nice downhill. Stopping off in Buhi for a bit of a break before carrying on. About halfway, feeling good. Look at this for a view. How is that for a view of Mayon, eh? If you go down here, you can get a bit of a reflection in the lake maybe. Let's see if it works. There you go. So let's have a bit of a break. Rehydration stop. Check your bearings. Yeah, Mount Iriga is on my right hand side. That means I'm on the right path. That's what I like about these 360s. And then I'll crack on with the second half of the ride. I don't think there's any hills like in the first half. I'll just rehydrate. Looks like Mount Mayon's still erupting. See the plumes coming out the top? But let me just say something about the Filipino people while I'm here. All along the route, and every time I go out, the Filipino people are just full of kindness and happiness. And most of them are so pleased to wave and smile, say good morning or say good morning back, either in Filipino or in the local dialect, which they seem to love and appreciate. And it makes my day. And there's so many nice, friendly people about. Buhi Lake is famous in its own right. I don't know if you've ever heard of the Sinarapan. Well, interesting fact, the Sinarapan is the world's smallest commercially harvested fish, and Buhi Lake is famous as one of the few lakes which contain that fish. This guy looks like he's putting goggles on to search for something under the water, but I don't know what it is. But this river is fed by the lake, and it looks like a source of fish, a source of food for the locals. The road down this western section of Mount Iriga, between the mountain and the lake, was absolutely a pleasure to ride. There's no serious hills. Even an amateur cyclist would enjoy this. There's not much traffic, and the scenery is fantastic. These guys up the telegraph pole want to hurry up before it actually falls over. Morning. Morning. In the hustle and bustle of this city now. I'm back in Iriga. It's finished, the ride is finished, and I'm back home safe because the bike is packed away in the car. I'm rehydrated with some coffee and a slice of cake maybe as a little treat. Three things I can take from this ride though. Planning a 360 around a volcano like that, it's so easy to plan. It makes life a bit easy really. Nothing difficult about it, some beautiful scenery. Second thing is Filipino people today, out of this world friendliness, just talking to strangers, helping strangers, chatting. Out of the world really, just beautiful people. Finally,
today it was only 23 miles really, which is a bit not too strenuous at all in the world of cycling. Some of them young kids today were just going past me like that, like a bullet. Just shows my age really. I would have been able to keep up with them a few years ago. But anyway, my next ride I want to do around Mayon, volcano, and Bulusan volcano, both active volcanoes in the Bicol region of the Philippines, and they're both a bit more strenuous, twice the distance of today. They're both exactly the same, and I think Bulusan will be a little bit harder because it's got 2 sets of hills to go up. Anyway, that's in the future. And now all I've got to do is, in the middle of Iriga city, change out of me wet clothes and so I can go for a cup of coffee in decent dress. The windows are tinted, I've got a towel, I should be safe. There we are, transformed again, ready to get out and about. I'm just going to get a cup of coffee and cool down.
I'd just like to say, if you've got this far, thank you very much for watching what was a beautiful ride. And if you don't mind sharing, liking, subscribing, the things they do on YouTube, I would be much appreciated. Stay safe, keep smiling. Bye bye.